Good afternoon. This is Ingrid Keller. I am Ingrid Keller, the Executive Director of the Western Piedmont Symphony. The wait is over today for Thank You Thursday. It's my privilege to welcome Maestro Matthew Troy to share with you what we have planned to do this fall. Typically by this time, our season brochure would have already been delivered to your mailboxes and we would be signing you up for season subscriptions.
Yes, Ingrid. Hi, everybody. This is Matthew Troy, Music Director of the Western Piedmont Symphony. And as you know, this season is not going to be able to be presented as we originally planned, but we are certainly very excited to share our great programming options. And these things are definitely going to inspire you during these particularly challenging times. And while we are unable to bring the full orchestra together for a large-scale performance right now, we are committed to keeping the music alive through this expanded virtual programming and several safe performance experiences. So today I am very excited to share with you our fall season at a glance for the Western Piedmont Symphony. So let's get started. Our first program to share with you today was actually our first online initiative that we started at the beginning of the pandemic, and it continues to be very popular and is a great way for us to showcase our incredible Western Piedmont Symphony musicians, guest artists from around the country, and also local community musicians from all over the region. So new videos for Play On continue to come out on our social media platforms, and those come out every Wednesday.
These are just a great way to brighten your day and help our musicians when we can return to the stage. And of course, we encourage you to help us by sharing these videos on Facebook. So, in the spirit of Thank You Thursday, I would like to take a moment to thank all of the musicians who have contributed a video to the Play On effort so far. There's a huge list here: Grace Wetner Ludke, Luke and Mary Bedreau, Allie McNeely, Brian Wallach, David Wortman, Sean Roberts, Greg Knight, Dmitry Vorobiev, Jody Burns, Sally Ross, Charlie Smith, Joe Loloff, Alan Mearns, Peter and Lissy Shanahan, Lucia Kobcha, Stephanie Wilson, Western Piedmont Youth Symphony, Aaron Craven, Sasha Witt, Kelsey Philbrick, Rachel Palmer, Gary Schwartz, Paige West Smith, John Parham, Daniel and Santiago Vasquez Laredo, and Molly Barrett with Bob Sinclair and the Big Deals. Thanks to these musicians, we have raised $6,294 as of this morning for Play On, which will help musicians when we are able to play together again. We love Play On, and we're so glad to be continuing it, but we have so much more that we are offering this fall.
That's right. And I am really eager to share our next program with everybody today. This is called WPS at Home. These are really unique experiences for you to take advantage of. These are themed recipes and playlists that I've curated just for you. Now, I know all of us have been cooking a lot more at home during the pandemic, myself included. So the idea is that we give you a recipe, we give you lots of great music, and you're able to kind of prepare that, put the music on, prepare your meal, sit down with your family and enjoy them, all courtesy of the Western Piedmont Symphony. So we've already released a great American themed package, but we've also had our last one was actually a German themed meal and music playlist as well. So we have another fantastic collection that's going to be coming out to you tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And as I said, these are just a great way for you to spend time with your family or significant other and think about the Western Piedmont Symphony. These are released always on the first Friday of the month, and they're going to be coming out through our social media, and you can find them on our website. And if you're on our email list, you can also look for them there.
We love seeing our patrons really embrace these at-home experiences and would like to say an extra special thanks to Jane Abernathy for allowing us to share the pictures of the wonderful meal that she and her family shared. The pictures on this slide that you're looking at are of the German meal, which was this past month, and it just looks delicious. I want to eat some of it. We'd love to see more of you. Post your pictures of your WPS at home meals and be sure to tag us when you do. We have 4 more watch parties for you over these next 4 months.
That's right, Ingrid. These watch parties have been so fun and for us to do, and we've really been able to explore some really unique and interesting musical topics. They've been very popular for our audiences and our patrons, so I'm excited to share with everybody that we have 4 additional watch parties scheduled for the fall. And we're going to start first with Beethoven's 250th birthday celebration. 2020 is still Beethoven's 250th anniversary, and because we haven't really been able to play Beethoven's music in person, we definitely wanted to still celebrate the worldwide, really, Beethoven celebration for his 250th birthday. The second one is coming up on October 8th, as you can see there, and this is the history of pop's music. So really, I'm calling it From Berlin to Broadway, and it's a really fascinating look at the birth of pop's music as we think about it in the orchestra world. It's going to cover a lot of different styles, including the birth of Broadway. So you don't want to miss that. Next, we have a composer focus. I think one of the best parts about these watch parties is that it allows the audience to get to know things or experience things that they may not always be able to do in a concert hall. And one of those things is just getting more acquainted with what a composer does and how does a composer go from an idea in their head to putting it down on paper and then from music that we all hear and enjoy. And so we're going to explore that whole process in this third watch party on November 12th. We're going to be joined by two incredible composers. One of them is Hickory's own Luke Benton. We're really lucky to have him involved in that. And also a wonderful composer who is really a rising star right now named Nkiru Ukoye. And she is going to share part of her compositional process as well. So we really hope that you all tune into that on November 12th. And then finally on December 10th, Home for the Holidays. This is really a behind the scenes, interesting look about all of your favorite holiday tunes and some of the interesting histories and stories behind those pieces that you may not know. All of these watch party events are free, and we definitely hope that you will tune in through Zoom and check those out.
It's really my honor to thank our Watch Party series sponsor, Vondrell Corporation. They are sponsoring this series in memory of their founders, Pat and Frank Vondrell. It's a wonderful way to pay tribute to the people who started this great company. We thank you so, so much. This next event is one that I'm really excited about because it means live performers and live audiences.
That's right, Ingrid. This is something that we have been missing, of course, but we have been really trying to get creative and think of some outside of the box ways to still make this happen and be safe. And this next program definitely does that. This is called the Symphony Sideshow, and it's going to be a unique performance format that will feature our musicians live in non-traditional spaces. They will be socially distanced, so everybody will be safe, both attendees and the performers. But there will also be partitions or great spaces put between the audience. And we, of course, will be adhering to the mass gathering guidelines to keep everyone safe. We're also going to be employing special cleaning measures between audience transitions and the performers, but you definitely want to check these out.
All of these performances will take place in downtown Hickory, and we're so grateful to our partners at the City of Hickory. Thanks to their support, we are able to offer these performances free of charge to the public. However, signups will be required to enter so that we can assure social distancing and maximum capacity requirements are met.
You know, I think one of the best things about the Symphony Sideshow is that this is a great introduction for a first-time audience member. Maybe someone who has thought in the past that the symphony is not for them. Well, this is a great, very relaxed, casual atmosphere way to give them an opportunity to experience what the symphony is about. So these are essentially mini performances that are either going to be made up of single performers, or maybe a few times there might be a duo or so here or there, but the audience will be able to enjoy a really wide array of musical styles, not just classical music. And also you'll get to see these instruments and get to know the instruments a little better as well.
To enjoy snippets or an entire act of the sideshow, audience members will sign up on our website. Signups will start October 1st, and we will also reveal all the locations on October 1st.
All right, well, as you can see, much of the fall season is really fun, upbeat, and entertaining. However, we do know that music has the unique power to reach into our hearts and to make us feel things that words can't always express. So we wanted to release a video project that's going to address the unique difficulties and the unique challenges and even some of the loss that 2020 has brought to all of us. And music is the perfect way to reflect upon this, and no piece other than Samuel Barber's Adagio for strings can move us in this way. So 2020, a musical response, will offer our artistic response to 2020. This is meant to be an effort that will provide some healing, some comfort, and also to just create a space for us all to reflect on the challenges of this year. It's a really important project for us, and I know it'll mean a lot to you.
And I'm really excited that we're partnering with the Hickory Museum of Art and the Lenore Ryan Department of Multicultural Affairs. And we will offer a live event release on October 22nd. This project is supported by a grant from the United Arts Council of Catawba County and also a grant from the Corning Foundation. Thank you so much to these sponsors for making this project happen.
Okay, and next we have another very important project to the Western Piedmont Symphony. Diversity, equity, inclusion, these are all things that we as an organization take very seriously, and we are redoubling our efforts to address that. in today's world. So this next project attempts to make a step in that direction for sure. It's called Roundtable, Race in Classical Music, and it's going to present a diverse panel of speakers. I will be joined by Emma Sellers as well, who's going to be helping co-host this with me to address the specific issues of race and talking about those in a virtual format. As we all know, the history of classical music has been predominantly white and predominantly European. However, there are so many voices from diverse backgrounds of all over the world that have played important roles in the development of classical music over the centuries. And so we want to discover not only how we got here as a culture in classical music, we want to talk about some of the underrepresented artists and performers out there today and other important composers, for example, that have made important contributions. But we also want to talk about where do we go from here? How do we work together to not only create a brighter future for Hickory and our community, but for classical music in general?
This virtual event will be on November the 7th at 7:30 p.m. You'll be able to register on Zoom for this roundtable. Maestros Quintet will introduce Maestro Matthew Troy's string quintet, or excuse me, string quartet, along with the Greg Knight on piano for a live streamed chamber concert. This will truly be an incredible opportunity for you to be up close and personal for a live event safely from the comfort of your own home.
Thanks, Ingrid. I am so excited about this performance. I'm excited to collaborate with Greg Knight again. Greg is well known to local audiences as just a tremendous pianist. And so I'm very excited to collaborate with him on this next concert. I've also going to be joined, as Ingrid said, by the members of my string quartet that I frequently perform with, who are just incredible musicians. And we are going to be presenting this wonderful program for you virtually. The centerpiece of the concert will be the Fauré Piano Quintet in D minor, which was composed around 1924, and it's just a lush, beautiful, rich work, and I really encourage all of you to check it out. You don't want to miss it. And you can also purchase a virtual ticket, and that information will be available for that concert on our website.
Yes. And actually, I think those tickets go on sale October 1st. So make sure, again, October 1st, lots happening. The Youth Symphony will meet in a limited capacity this fall with strings only in person. Audition videos for our string students are due September 14th, and their first rehearsal will begin September 21st. We will also be organizing virtual master classes for our woodwind, brass, and percussion students. So those will be announced at a date later. The fall season for the Youth Symphony is sponsored by Vondrell Corporation and also the Pepsi Cola Bottling Company. We're, of course, grateful for their support.
So in addition to all of that great content above, you'll also want to watch our social media for a variety of other virtual content, like education videos for elementary school students that will come out every Friday. You can see our logo there for Symphony Street on the screen. And also community collaboration projects like our recent animal serenades at the Catawba County Humane Society.
We are sharing our plans through December in hopes that as things progress, we will have the option for more traditional orchestral concerts in the new year. While we certainly wish things were different, we are embracing this opportunity to try new things and to focus our creative energies on what is possible rather than dwelling on the uncertain and the unknown. And we hope you will enjoy what we have to offer.
And of course, we miss you. We miss live orchestral performances. We miss the energy that the audience brings into the room for those performances, but we are still here for you. We are still here for this community, and we can't thank you enough for all of your support during this fall season. So please tune in, join us for these exciting programs, both online and in person when you can. But remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, let the music play on. Thanks, everybody.